How we doing, guys? Richie, the Jordan Patrick Show. I'm freezing. I didn't move to Florida for it to be this cold. At any rate, wanted to hit on Sunday's games. I usually do this on a Monday. Yesterday, I wasn't available to do this, but Tom Brady's out of the playoffs. Matthew Stafford's team, the Los Angeles Rams, are heading to the NFC title game. Really a crazy game. It kind of had the vibes of the Atlanta meltdown in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady a few years back when he was still a member of the New England Patriots. It almost seemed like the kind of game that if it would have won a few more minutes longer, it seemed like Tampa was going to find a way to win. But the Rams advanced, and for the better part of three quarters before the fourth, where Tampa came back, the Rams were the better team. It's a weird one because it seemed like even in defeat, Tom Brady came out looking a little better than anybody that was on the Rams roster. But that leaves a lot of questions moving forward for Tom Brady's future. I'm sure that he's going to take some time to evaluate what his next move is. I have a hunch that he might be finally retiring, but we'll see. Definitely going to be something to look for in the offseason. As far as the Rams go, Cooper Kupp, incredible. Just another great game. And, he has a great compliment in Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. has really been an excellent number two option once Robert Woods went down. I imagine that Sean McVay has to be a little nervous about giving the ball to Cam Akers in any big moments moving forward, given that he put the ball on the floor twice and really did almost cost his team a game. I get it. Late in the game, you got to take a chance, but I think Todd Bowles made a big mistake calling that zero blitz, enabling the Rams to get the game-winning field goal. But, maybe Tampa felt like they were out of juice and they just needed to try to make one final play because that was a frantic comeback. And, watching it, I just said, wow, the Rams got to be thankful that this game wasn't a few minutes longer. But they're advancing. And I wanted to hit on, the second game. A lot of times people say that the Super Bowl doesn't live up to the billing and that sometimes previous round games will be better than the Super Bowl. And I would have to say that the Buffalo-Kansas City game may fit that criteria. That, in all honesty, might be the best game I've seen in like the last 10, 12 years. Very long time. Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, future of the NFL in terms of the quarterback position. I don't think it's a knock on either team's defense. I just think that both of these offenses were just firing on all cylinders. Buffalo has nothing to be ashamed of. They really, really played an excellent game on that side of the ball on offense. They just literally made one fewer play than Patrick Mahomes and his guys did. I believe moving forward, Buffalo is in a great position to still compete for Super Bowls. And, losing to a team like the Chiefs is something that no one should be ashamed of because this is 3 consecutive years. Actually, no, 4 consecutive years that this team is going to be a game away from the Super Bowl. They've played in 2 straight Super Bowls, 3 straight AFC title games, and they've won a Super Bowl once in the last 3 years. If there's anything to critique outside of the fact that neither defense really was able to stop the other offense, late in the game, not making sure that final kickoff hit the ground to potentially, just get a little more time off the clock. To have the lead with that little bit of time left and to still come out the loser, ultimately in overtime, that's got to be tough. And I know a lot of people across social media were complaining about the OT rules. In my opinion, no such thing is perfect. Previously, say about a decade or so ago, the NFL had the rules laid out where a field goal could essentially win an overtime game on a first possession. At minimum, I think the NFL cleared that up. Quite frankly, if they allowed it to be a score, matching a score, I don't think the games would ever end, especially with some of these high-octane offenses you got nowadays. And also to take into consideration the way the rules are. The rules are very much geared for offensive productivity. I like the fact that you could only win it on your first possession with a touchdown in OT. And I also like that you can only lose it on a safety or an INT for that matter, if it was to get returned back. So basically, if you can prevent the other team from scoring a touchdown, if they win the toss, you're going to get the ball back. So I don't think there's anything to complain on. I give Josh Allen credit for not making that a thing because, an emotional loss like that, a lot of people can really get upset. Championship weekend, I don't think necessarily the teams that I had in there, maybe one of them possibly. But actually, no, I didn't pick these teams to get there, with the exception of the Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals are traveling to Arrowhead to play the Chiefs. Going to be an excellent game. Not going to touch on it yet. We're doing a show tonight, but wanted to cover these two games that were already played. You got to give the experience and just being the favorite to Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and co. They have the experience. I think some people feel that Cincinnati got the luck of the draw playing Tennessee, even though Tennessee was a 1 seed. But Cincinnati's there, and they have to win one more game to get to a Super Bowl. So they definitely have a chance to do that. In the NFC, this is even more busted up of a bracket. 2 NFC West teams. You got the team that won the division in the NFC West versus a team that finished 3rd. Rams are hosting potentially the first of 2 consecutive games because the Super Bowl is being held in their stadium. They're playing the 49ers. 49ers are a couple of years removed from losing a very close Super Bowl. They were not on the radar of a team that people thought was going to get there this year. Got to give them credit. They went into 2 tough places and won. Beat the Cowboys, beat the Packers. And now they have to do it again. For what it's worth, I feel that in terms of a road disadvantage, they already dealt with that. I mean, they're also a California team. I don't think this is the kind of environment that they can't thrive in. And, while it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, the Niners have to have confidence. They swept the Rams this year. Rams should be the favorite. On paper, the Rams have a healthier, more talented team. Me, Idris, and Elliot are going to dive into this tonight. Definitely doing a show later this evening, and we're going to cover that along with some other topics around the sports world. But, I've been doing my Monday morning quarterback for a while. What is today? Yeah, today's Tuesday, and I'm freezing. But wanted to get this out to everybody, give my thoughts on some of that, and looking forward to getting on the show tonight and kind of getting into the title game weekend. Very busted up bracket for a lot of people who want certain ways with picking these games. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady gone in round 2, regardless of whatever. I don't think too many people had that going on. And I myself thought it was the Bills' year in the AFC. But, Patrick Mahomes and that Chiefs team is damn good. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you guys later.